Welcome back to Year 9 Mathematics. My name is Victor, and we are going to be learning through some expansion shortcuts. Now, following from FOIL, which is first, outsides, insides, and lasts, mathematicians notice that two specific types of brackets happen all of the time. So instead of doing the full four-step FOIL process every single time, we're lazy and we develop some shortcuts, of course. Now, let us write the following. We have x plus 5 squared. First is a perfect square bracket x plus 5 all squared. Now, a common mistake is just to square the x and square the 5. So if you write something like this, you may think like, oh, I'm adding the terms and I'm squaring everything. Isn't that like correct? Well, it's almost correct, but almost correct in math is just basically wrong. So we need to try our best again and try again. So let's look at this. So that is total. Let me just write this. This will be written in the form of x plus 5 times x plus 5. A little bit too big, but that should be fine. You could FOIL this. You could do like the aerial model or something like that or whatever. But let's use the rule. Let's use like the shortcuts that we have. And if you don't remember the shortcuts, too bad for you, because you're going to be a little bit slower to those who remember and practice with a lot of shortcuts. I'd say practice. And I mean, you can memorize this. Technically, it's fine, but also you also want to like practice this a lot so you save time during exams. Okay? So our rule is going to be a plus. We're going to be having this right here. Look at this. We have a plus b all bracket all squared plus a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So you square the first, double the product, square the last. We have in here an example, x plus 4. Square the first, what do we have? Like x squared. Square the last, we have 4 squared, which is 16. And then we double the product, which means we need to multiply this x with 4 and another 2 that. So this would give us x 8x. Same for this as well. We have double the first, double the last, so x squared, 9, which is 3 squared, and then we multiply 2 to negative 3 and x, which is we are doubling the product here. So yeah. So if we actually were to write this, this would actually give us, according to the rule, we would have x squared plus, we need to double the product, so this will be 2 multiplied by 5 multiplied by x, and this would give us 5 squared, and this should give us 10x. I'll rewrite this so we get the answer right away. So we have 10x. 5 squared is just basically 25. And that should be it. Now, of course, that's not the only part where we can use expansion shortcuts, because the second shortcut actually exists in difference of two squares, or what we call dots. So look at this problem. We have bracket of x minus 3 multiplied by r times bracket x plus 3. Do we have that? We should have that. Or actually, it's this x plus 7. Sorry, I'm misreading stuff. This is essentially the same problem, but with different numbers. Notice the pattern before you calculate. The brackets are completely identical, except one has a minus, one has a plus. This is the signature of the difference between two squares, which is going to be called dots. If we did FOIL on this, then we would have something like x plus 3 plus 3x minus 3x, and then minus 9. And these two terms will cancel each other out, because 3x minus 3x, yeah. So this will be shortened to x squared minus 9. This would be, because the middle terms always vanish, the shortcut is going to be very simple. Square the first term, plus some minus sign, and square the second one. That's gonna be it. Even if you replace this with a 6 or something like that, for joke's sake, there's a 7, right? Let's have a 6 here. So we have x plus 6 multiplied by x plus x minus 6. This, we square the first one. The middle terms cancel out, so we don't have to care about that. Plus, You add a minus sign and then you square the second one, so 6 squared. This is gonna give us x squared minus 36, and that should be it. That is your dots. It's not that deep really, because if you just remember and do this a lot of times and practice with this a lot, you get comfortable with it, you save a lot of time to when you're solving equations, when you're solving and whatever not. And it'll also give you speed advantages during exams. Yeah, there are a lot of benefits to this. So today's habits for perfect squares, like you want to square the first, square the last, as you can see right here. Square the first, square the last, and double the product. And before any expanding two brackets, always pause to recognize like what's the pattern right here. If they are identical but with opposite signs, then use the dots shortcut, which is the difference between two squares. Skip the middle terms. Square the first and the last, but different. We add a minus sign here between those two. So that should be it for the expansion shortcuts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.